Alright everybody, I'm taking you to another lost place in Zhengzhou, China. We're driving up to it right now. This is a village. This village is kind of empty, it's kind of a ghost village. There are still people living here, but only very, very few. It's basically a ghost town by now. Look at it. There's like a few things still going on, but if you look at the buildings up here, these buildings are about to be torn down. That tractor is very old and not used anymore. And over there is another torn down, half torn down building. This is basically a ghost town here. Maybe there are still people living here, but I'm not really sure about it. A lot of these houses here are actually turned into warehouses. So some of them are used by other people for like storing stuff. Or here, you can see the China post office over here. That's used as a storage facility for package deliveries. And then basically, whoom! There's still some beautiful chairs out here, but do you think actually somebody's still living here? There are not many cars driving through here anymore, and the village is gone again. Alright everybody, I walked down one of the side roads here. Just now I went to that old village road and I said it's kind of empty. Now I'm taking you on a little walk down a little side road in this village and see what's going on here. Let's go explore a little bit. There's some kind of old sofa sitting there by the side of the road. And it seems like the road ahead just goes into a forest or something. If you look here in the little side roads, it seems like actually there's more people living here than I thought. Let's have a little look around. We can have a little exploration, a little walk down the road here and see what we can actually find. Well, it seems like this basically is not a lost or forgotten place really. This is more or less an old countryside village outside of the city of Zhengzhou. Have a little look around here. There's still people living here. It's kind of interesting, in my opinion, to see something like this. To not always just think about China as this kind of cyberpunk cities as Chongqing or Shanghai, all these enormous cities with skyscrapers. This is also China. There are still people living here, and there's still people in these countryside areas. So I always like looking at this and walk around and explore a little bit. And maybe find some interesting things. You never know what you find once you walk around the corner. There might be something interesting. Like an old mattress leaning against the wall, or a little car cabin. Alright. Here you can see a pomegranate tree. You can see the pomegranates here. Alrighty then. That's it for this part of the village. Let's see what else we can find later, and I'll show you later. Okay, this area here definitely looks like a forgotten area. There's like not much going on. There's a dusty old road. There's like some kind of house where maybe somebody is living. But then again, look over here. Construction is like going to continue. This is only the first step here, but maybe in the future somebody will build a new home right here. And this is rather typical for China. Old buildings get torn down very, very quickly, and then new buildings get built up again very, very fast. This is typical for China. If you come back here in 1 year, you might not even recognize this area anymore. It's always exciting to be in China. Interesting. Look at this. Can you see the sign on top? It says shower room. Shower room. Shower in a little container like this. This is actually not as uncommon as you might think. In a lot of countryside areas, people don't have hot water at home in China, so they have these public little showers. And then sometimes you can just find a public shower room. You pay a little money, and then you can go inside there and take a shower. Put on your slippers, take a shower. This might just be another shower room over here as well. And when you're finished, you dry yourself off and go about your business. kind of common in the Chinese countryside. This is another one of these little lost roads in the middle of nowhere. Look at this car. It has been so overgrown. Crazy. This car definitely hasn't been moved for very, very long. Let's take another look around. I don't know what these old buildings here are. Don't know what they are for. Oh my god, it's gonna be hard to get through here. 1 second. Maybe this is like an old factory area about here. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going on here. This is like behind the very modern area. So there's like all these old buildings. You saw the little car, the little van just being overgrown. And to be honest, everything seems to be like quite overgrown. Even the little dog over there. Yeah, there's a little dog just over there. Here is a... oh no, there's somebody living here. Still something happening here. It's been a bit bumpy here, sorry for the shaky video right now. And then here, it's just in a completely overgrown area again. Oh, I love that. I love these kind of areas. And then look at these old walls. It looks like an old torn down house. But people still use it to grow some vegetables next to it. Here you can have a peek inside an old shop kind of building. Let's just go straight up here. Have another little look. And let's see where we can get. I can hear some ducks. Let's just go down this road here. Let's have a look around what we can find in this area here. If I find something interesting in this area, oh yeah, hey, I'll let you know. Okay, I found another thing I would actually really like to have a look at. I saw, you can see here's the random road, goes up here. We came from there, and then I saw this water here. Is this like a little well? Oh yo, there's like some kind of old building here in the back. Got no idea what that, can you see that building? I got no idea what that is. And then you have some kind of pipe going and putting water in here. But wow, this is a really disgusting, really dirty water. Okay, I was just curious what's going on here. Let's get back on the bike. There's a little boy driving on his bike over there. You can say hello. Hello. Hi. And let's get back on the bike and keep going.